There you are. I hope I find you well. John Augustine back here again. There was a bit of a wind earlier. It's died down because when the wind comes here where I'm living, some guards in the chimney, my late wife used to have it like a fire, but I'm not bothered. I have the central heating and I've a radiator there and the place is as warm as what you'd like. Yet it's not freezing the way it normally would be because we used to have an old saying years ago. Don't know if you had it. January puff and blow, fill the ditches full of snow. So we've had plenty of puffs and blows by way of wind. As a matter of fact, there was no wind on Saturday night. And Lord, I was about 6 o'clock. Lucky enough, I had done my videos. And I was about to have a shower. As soon as I got up on my hind legs, off the lights went. I was in the dark. So I had to sort of get up gingerly, open the door, and make sure it didn't bang into anything going down the hall, round the corner, into the kitchen where I have a lamp. And what did I have to do? Um, I think I had to strike my lighter. I had to strike up the lighters because I forgot where the hand was to open the door. So I had a nice, good flash lamp in there. So once I had that on, I was able then to kind of see things, and I got candles. And I put one in the kitchen. I put one in the bottom of the hall, one at the top, and one in here. And I rang the ESB emergency, and then they were looking for your MR, MFM, or whatever it is. And as soon as you go to give it, the next thing they're saying, and not incorrect, and you're just going along reading the number, and they cut across you before you finish the number, and then the kind of tell you what's happening. The lights out, so the lights were out in quite a few places around. And though apparently somebody told me they were on in some other part of Oldcastle, but they were off here in most of the homes. And they were off in a place called Ballinlough, a small village about 6 or 7 miles away, and various parts of the county. It mentioned all the places and around the surrounding areas, and some parts in County Dublin. Yeah, some parts. And yet there was no wind. And they said that the lights might be on in an hour at 7. Well, they didn't come on for 3 hours. They come on for a couple of seconds, about 4 times. And so I decided to hit the hay, or fella says go to bed, because there was no point in kind of, nice and comfortable. Oh yeah, comfortable. Thank you very much. But of course, the heat then with the Reverend, you couldn't have went on, and it had been on. It's always cooling down. So in I went, and then I was dozing off nicely. Next thing the lights come on because I thought and so they stayed on this time. I think I got up and did some little thing, but back to bed I went and slept like a top. Thank you very much. And so it just shows you, doesn't it? You can do things that you never know. But anyways, I wasn't about to be talking about Lent. And in my younger days and all the rest of it, fathers and that took a drink and maybe smoked because smoking wasn't considered as dangerous as it turned out to be. And I would give up the drink and the cigarettes for Lent. A lot of them did, and they were always the better for it. They were more normal, because drink disturbs the upstairs department, and you're talking gibberish. Well, no, that's if you, even with only a few, you're certainly not your normal self. And so they used to do that, and they were better for it because when you do things like that, it nourishes your soul, and therefore the goodness in you comes out. And they were much better, and they always looked healthier by the time Easter come around. Then when they maybe went back to normal, But I learned a lot, I think, during Lent. Now I think it's only certain people, and I certainly during Lent now, I like a biscuit, and I must certainly like a cake of a sweet tooth, and I like a bit of chocolate. Thank you very much. Yeah, there was a time you had the sweet tooth, and the money was scarce in your pocket. Cheers, somebody bought you a bar of chocolate, you were in heaven. And if somebody bought you a nice cake, fresh cream cake, you thought you were going to heaven. So they were those times. So you appreciated every little gift. And I think it was very popular in my time. But I don't think it's made now. But we'd have a Sidona, please. Sidona was a popular drink. Those of you of a certain vintage would remember that. Now, there was the Pepsi Cola, the Coca Cola. I was never fans of those, quite frankly. I didn't like the taste of them. I just like an ordinary, straightforward. I used to like the orange. Yeah. And some of the orange was good. There was no, not my body, there was Tweets. Don't know if anyone remembers that, Tweets. It's quite nice. But that when I got that in special occasions, and when we were young, my father, Lord of mercy, somebody must have given him a bit of a bog, and so we had our own turf. We had to use turf in the fires, and then in the winter time there was fireplaces in all the bedrooms, and sometimes they put a bit of a fire on there because we didn't have such a thing as central heating or anything. Oh no, you'd be frizz, and you'd have a hot water bottle. There was China, and you had to make sure the top was screwed on properly. There was a thing, make sure it didn't accidentally open. And then you'd be moving that hot water bottle around to try and get a bit of heat there and yonder. And then you put it down, your feet was like blobs of ice. So, and sometimes you put a little bit of something on top of it because it'd be too hot. So you wanted to be able to get a bit of heat, and that's the way you got it. So there was always a solution, wasn't there? And it was just digressing there, what was it? Lent. Yeah, so I'm going to sort of give up the what I was fond of and hopefully stay off it because my meals are fairly sensible. I don't overindulge in that, but certainly it's very hard to pass it. If I see cream cakes, what you do, you nearly have to sort of avert my eyes. The hand goes out. I sort of chance one sort of chance. It might be a packet of 3 cream donuts. Lovely. So that's out. Yeah. So I'll be not be doing that, and then I try to go to mass more often during the week than what I do. I go on a Sunday, of course, and I go on the first Friday always, which is at 7 o'clock in the evening. I wish to goodness it was a bit earlier. In the dark evenings, I don't like going out and that. I don't have that far to go, funny enough. But still, it's like daylight. Anyways, so that's Lent coming up, and I don't know what you'll be doing for Lent, and I hope you'll be doing something. Uh, if you're fond of this, that, or the other, just cut it out as a form of mortification, if you like, and I'll do you good, and probably it'll do me good. And I might go on even though I'm an age, I don't have to do these things. I go on a fast day a couple of times, and I've done that in the past, and I find it's very good. Not that I'm not overweight or anything, but I'm not sort of skinny either. But I'm not overweight, even though sometimes it looks as if I have a tummy, but I haven't. It's just the way that one is sitting. I haven't got a tummy at all. I swear to God I had, but I have a little bit, So hope that'll shift when I do the penance. And a great gift to you. The first Friday, the priest here, and Oldcastle Father Markey does have the confession after the first reading, the kind of confession box, and I avail of that. And then he has it some other times as well. But I avail of it at that particular time. I like to go to the first Friday. I always have done that for years, considered good. And but now during Lent, I'm going to kind of go more often and cut out all the sweet stuff, sweets. I love a bar of chocolate and roses, the box of those, and I opened them there. Now I got them at Christmas, so I curtailed a bit. But then I had some other ones that got presents. So I brought a box of that about. Now there doesn't be that many. There are not as many as you'd think. But anyways, I finished it off yesterday. Not even today. Last night. And so that's gone. So I've two out in this, they call the Sun House. But I'm not going to touch them with a 40-foot pole. So I'll be doing that. So I don't know what you're doing. I hope you're doing something. Because it always benefits you when you do that. Yes, sorry. Bye now. And I hope I didn't talk too much, straying around, but that's the way the conversation goes. It doesn't always go the one way, does it? You go a little tangent here and there. And that's the way I'll be doing it, whatever comes in or whatever is happening in Ireland that I'm aware of. And I think people in other countries that speak, try to do good. No matter what language they have. And in the United States and in Britain and that, people are always trying to do good. It's much better to do good. And this is the beauty of our Catholic faith. Everything is there for us. The Catholic Church, with the shape of the cross, there one here in the Old Castle is the traditional shape, lovely stained glass windows as well behind you, and the tabernacle bang in the middle of the altar. Yeah. And they were able to receive Holy Communion at the altar rails. We have altar rails, thanks be to God. Many a church hasn't got them, and they should have them. They should be put back. They had no right to be taking them out. That's the way to receive Holy Communion, kneeling at the altar rails. But I get it on the tongue. Some people have their paw out. I wouldn't be bothered with that. That's the way it had to be. But you don't have to do it now. So enjoy the rest of your evening. And we'll see you in the morning. We're doing my usual prayer videos and all the rest of it. Thanks be to God, we're able to do it. Bye now.